We are live. There. Righty. Oh, right. Stretch. Howdy, Matty. Jack. Laura. Okay, so my water's actually... I'll be fine. I'll live. I'll refill that during break. I think nuclear power is quite simple, actually. Would say that, wouldn't you? I'm just a little guy, okay? I'm just a little English major. I don't understand all this complex math and all these pipes and stuff. Howdy, double jumper. Welcome. Let's get into the main menu. How are we all doing today, folks? Doing good? Hopefully. I have not made a lot of progress. Well, I've made some progress since the last Satisfactory Saturday. I'm doing pretty good, thank you. So, we set up a little more in the, oh, I gotta turn audio. No, I think it's fine. I don't know why I can't hear my jetpack at all, but I'm sure that's fine. Is, that desktop audio looks awful quiet. One moment, please. Sound setting. Volume is at 100. Okay. Volume mixer. Satisfactory. 100. Okay. Is this quiet for you guys? Turn that up. I don't know. 80%, honestly. I can turn it down locally now. How's that? Better? Actually audible? Alright, so... started to set up some power connections in the desert. Alright? So there's a couple of things that we need to get in place first. And then we'll figure it out. It's audible, but not by that much. I don't know why I have this set so quiet. Set that to 10 decibels. We love audio settings, don't we? Don't we? Aren't they great? Don't we love fussing with settings that I can't hear and I just have to go, is that right? Is that good? Is that good for everyone? Does that one work? No? Okay, let me change a couple things. Is that better? Still no? Okay. It's great. It's my favorite thing to do as a streamer. Where's Boulder? Who knows? If he were here, he definitely would have chimed in by now. How is the game music that loud compared to the basic sound effects? I have the sound effects turned way down. Mostly because, I don't remember why. There was something about, like, a consistent hum of one specific tool that, like, really was annoying me. Either way. So, I want to build my nuclear power in the desert. And I want to use basically the whole desert for it. So it's going to take a bit of work to do so. I figure if I'm going to be building nuclear power, right, I probably want to make use of as much uranium as possible. So I have to find some uranium. But before I even find uranium, there's like 7 different products on the way there that I need to make. But I set up a lot of power lines. Set up a couple radar towers. So we have the whole desert essentially mapped out, looking good. A whole desert free for industrializing. Exactly, yes. And the only thing we have set up here so far is this over here. Making our way over. We have a filter factory. There is 1 impure uranium node in the desert, which doesn't sound like a lot, but I'm pretty sure there's only 5 uranium nodes in the entire game. So, got this little factory here that I'm really happy with how it's set up, even though it's relatively simple. This one felt very satisfying to build. Hi, Ruby. So, got a bunch of scaffolds so we can actually explore this organically here. Starts over here with some coal. Just making, you know, level 1 miner, making 60. That's all we need for this entire factory. All right. We're just producing to capacity. We're not too worried about it. All right. Over here, we follow this one. This is making iron products. Takes us 1 iron node, 240. Is that a Mark III miner? No, Mark II miner, making 240 on a pure iron node. That's coming up here. All getting smelted. And then turned into iron plates. I love that there is just enough space for that to be nice and symmetrical. That iron is coming down here. I was really happy whenever I thought of adding these doors to go through the little connector bridges. That's great. That tickles the brain in very fun ways. We have these scaffolds that connect directly to our platforms. They go down. I'm becoming a big fan of doing this with my drone platforms. I really like integrating them into the structure itself like this. It's very satisfying. Anyway, coal goes in through these two on this big assembler. Manufacturer. Iron comes in and around just because it's a very satisfying way to get it in there. And then shipped in from our little oil archipelago over here is some fabric. We have that producing a little bit of fabric and a little bit of fuel as well. But either way, the fabric gets delivered here, where it gets fed into this manufacturer, makes gas filters. Gas filters are produced to capacity, so that I will never have to worry about making them ever, ever, ever again. And then the gas filters are passed down to the next stage of production, so that I can start making iodine filters. So we've got 4 assemblers now, a bunch of gas filters. All right. Then shipped in, we've got some deuterium wire from over, where is it? From over here, literally going cross map with this shit. Got a deuterium factory over here, shipping all the deuterium over here, or at least a portion of the deuterium over here, right? Then we've got aluminum casings being shipped from our one little aluminum factory, which is all the way over here. Added another drone port there that ships some over, since it's just working to capacity. And all three of those things get combined to make iodine-infused filters. Good to go. Now, I could be sinking this, but I don't want to. I'm producing this to capacity, which is to say that I don't want this to take up any more resources than it absolutely has to. It's not that I'm working with limited resources, but this is not set up in a sustainable way. Right? This is created in such a way that it will make as much of the thing as I need and no more. 1 second. Sorry about that. I had to clear my throat. Either way, I'm really happy with how this is set up. Conservation in my factory game. It's not so much conservation as it is efficiency. But I have little scaffolds that go the whole way across. Now, here's the predicament we're in, okay? Now we have infinite filters. We can finally interact with uranium and not worry about dying, okay? Now, we have to actually start building this stuff. Interact with uranium in order to make encased uranium cells. We need uranium, concrete, and sulfuric acid. Not a problem. Go over here. Let me display the resources again. Plenty of sulfuric acid that I've already set up for. Right? Perfectly fine. Perfectly manageable. We can handle it. No big deal. Right? So we got sulfur. Got concrete there. Concrete there, there. Plenty of concrete. Hell, we got it right here. Okay? Got plenty of limestone that we can convert into concrete. The only problem, really, is that I would like to make this at, like, some significant degree. Alright? And so, I think the easiest way to go about doing this is to try and make 5. I want to make 50 so that I have, I want to make, what do I want to make here? I think I want to make it to 4, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I want to make it to 4 because I want to have enough. Well, hold on, no, because that's a problem. I was trying to see if I could make a little extra sulfuric acid. I want at least 200 uranium per minute, I think. Yeah. Because then I can feed back this. I need to find a place to put this sulfuric acid, is my current problem. The excess sulfuric acid, rather. The easiest thing to do would be to feed it back into the system so that nothing gets clogged up. I think that's probably what I'm going to do. Let me actually see, though. Sulfuric acid. Packaged sulfuric acid. Need 40? Okay. And then I could use an alternate recipe for the empty canisters. I could package the excess sulfuric acid. Or maybe... Could I make batteries? I could make batteries, but that would suck. No, we're not going to do that. We're not going to worry about it. Okay. Either way, we're going to need 200 uranium. Okay? Which I was planning on seeing if I could get it from, like, multiple different sources. But you know what? That sounds like a lot of work. So here's what we're going to do instead. We're going to go scavenge a little bit and see if sitting around my factory somewhere there are some fuel cells that I do not need to be using. Because I used a lot of my fuel cells before I had level 3... I had level 3 miners, right? So if there is a chance that maybe there is a miner that is being overclocked, that I would be able to steal it from, That'd be really cool, I think. Personally. That's just my thoughts on the matter, at least. Go over here. Are any of you overclocked? I'm thinking I need at least 2 of them. God, I don't like remembering that my old structures exist because they are not very pleasant to look at in most cases. Nope. Nope. I didn't realize you employed child labor. What about Fix-It made you believe that it was an economically and ethically conscious, like, company? Oh, hello, you're overclocked. How many? 1 for 360? We can work with that. Hold on one moment. Production. Miner Mark III.
Just think of how you'll feel when it's finished.
And you just need to make 360. Alrighty. Looking good. I still have that over there, which I don't really need, but who... Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Listen, there are a lot of inefficiencies that exist in this world. I can't account for all of them. I mean, the slugs really do a great job of portraying a trustworthy and ethical company. That's... I don't know if the company would really be respectful of my personal philosophy on that matter. I think, perhaps, if indeed the game were reactive enough, I would be chastised for my treatment of the slugs. Okay, just to be sure, you're not overclocked, are you? Because you haven't been actually doing anything for a while. Okay, I just wanted to make sure, You haven't been producing anything for a long time. Okay, what else might be overclocked? Let's check the quartz factory, because I haven't been there in forever. I set this up and then forgot it existed, and I'd really like to set up another quartz factory at some point, maybe make some crystal oscillators, because this one is ugly as sin. I built all this just because a boss spider spawned here, and I didn't want any chance of it respawning. You're not overclocked at all, are you? 120. 120? Okay, no, not overclocked. Gotcha. Interesting. Interesting. Well, okay, well, we gotta have some... Like, I had 20 of them to go around. So they've gotta be here somewhere. Right? I know 3 of them are there. That's what I'm saying, Ruby. That's not overclocked anymore. Is it? Hold on. Course correcting. You're not overclocked anymore, right? Please tell me you're not overclocked. Okay. Not overclocked. Let's go over to Coal Lake, I suppose. And on the way there, we'll dismantle some wreckage, which is probably one of my favorite features of the new update. It's nice to be able to clear these off of the horizon and make things look a little better. Frees up some space to build as well. Okay, my guess is that there's probably going to be some overclocking taking place in my motor factory, because this was my first big build and I spared no expense in getting this set up. And when I say this was my first big build, I mean it was the first one that I conceived and created start to finish. I remember spending a lot of time getting this in place. So surely there are some inefficiencies that can be accounted for. Missing some turbo motors? Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it. Coupons. Turbo motors. Buy some. There we go. Alright. We're gonna upgrade you to Mark III. What level of production do you need? 240. And you're making 240. Easy money. Just saved 2 Right there. You're not overclocked because otherwise you'd be blue. Are you overclocked at all? I don't think you are. Yeah, you're a Mark III miner. I came in and replaced you. Okay. Good, good, good. There's probably, yeah, an overclocked machine in here. I don't know why it's overclocked, because I'm pretty sure... Yeah, there's absolutely no reason for you to be overclocked. I'm sorry. What? Just make 4. You're already idle. There's no need for you to be overclocked like that. Especially considering that you're producing something that I'm pretty sure I get from another factory at this point. Any other blue lights? No? Okay. So we just saved ourselves 5 power crystals already. Looking good. Okay. That's plenty. That should be enough. I mean, that will be enough. That's at least, like, if that's not enough, then we're fucked, because we can maximum overclock the uranium now. So let's just go to the sand spire. I shouldn't have come up here because this factory's half built and I forgot about it and I hate how it looks and I don't like looking at it and it makes me upset because it's unfinished. Oh, God. Oh, this place sucks. This place sucks. I hate it here. Oh, my God. No. All right. Surely I didn't overclock up here, right? I full-on rebuilt this factory. It's built on a pure node. Surely I didn't overclock, because there's no reason to build SAM stuff at such a high capacity, as far as I understand it. Right? Surely I didn't. And also, you know what? While I'm here, I am sick of tolerating the tyranny of these damn things. I make bombs now. I have explosives at my disposal. You no longer belong in this world. You don't get to exist. Your rights to life have been revoked. Read the fine print next time. Any more? Sure. Hey, little guy. Oh, hi. Bombs away. God, I love being a weapons manufacturer. Alright, that was all just to get all the way up here and to see that it's not overclocked. Alright. We can work with this. This is plenty manageable. My legs, on the other hand, quite painful. Okay. Alright, good. Good. Okay. In that case, let's kill ourselves. And now, we should be able to make enough uranium. I'm sure there's other stuff that's overclocked that doesn't need to be. I think... Yeah, we're using a lot of them over there in oil manufacturing. The oil rig overclocks some of those that I could definitely... what is it? That made a new noise. The oil rig currently has a lot of the pumps overclocked in ways that I could get around now. The archipelago is also overclocked in a number of ways as well. Yeah, we're using most of our overclocking is coming from oil rigs and oil extractors, which is probably the best use of them. Or rather, it would be the best use of them if they were a finite resource or in any way scarce. But they're only scarce because that's how I'm playing the video game. Theoretically, I could be swimming in power sources right now. But I would never. Anyway. Oh, we've already got a miner on it and everything. Okay. We're just going to put this here before I forget again. Oh. Hi, buddy. Hey, don't kill me, please. I'm just here trying to extract resources from the natural world. Power shard. Hey, fuck off. Okay, so 2 of them make... Hey, buddy! I'm kind of busy. Okay. Alright, listen, man. If you want attention that bad, I'll give it to you. Come here. Come here, motherfucker. I didn't just build bombs. Okay? You're a natural resource just like anything else. I'm more than happy to break you down for spare parts. Okay. Now that that's settled. What do I do now? Okay. So, let's see. I have my sulfur. How much sulfuric acid am I going to need here? Let's see. I don't even think I need this sulfur up here, but we'll keep it in mind in case we ever want to expand our production. Find a little spot. Sit for a minute. So I'm going to... Hold on. I'm sorry. One moment, please. Target spotted. I have gas masks, jetpacks, and bombs. So now's the time to do a little spring cleaning. That was a pretty bad miss. Still got the job done. That's what we like to see. Good enough for government work. Okay. Where were we? So we need sulfuric acid. Specifically, we need, I think, 200 of it. Let's see. That's making 480 per minute. Sulfuric acid is 1:1. So we can make a total of 480 sulfuric acid. Okay. Now... And for sulfuric acid, that's going to make encased uranium cells. We need a total, if we're making for 200, what's 40 times 4? That's going to be... Why am I having trouble with that? That's really basic. 16. So we only need 160 total sulfuric acid. But really, we only need 120 sulfuric acid, because if we factor back in the sulfuric acid we're going to be getting as a byproduct, and we use that in the production line itself, and just filter it right back in, we're good to go. Okay. So, really, this does not need to be a whole fucking production. Here's what I say we do. I think we don't take it from this spot. As much as I sort of built up this whole thing... We're just going to tear it right back down. We're going to build it on the mountaintop because mountaintop has uranium right there, and it also has water right there. We're not going to build our entire factory up there. However, we have a decent amount of resources up there that are all sort of... Sorry. Spiders? Excuse me. Hey, buddy, come here. No, come on. I just want to say hi. I just want to say hi. Hey, how's it going? Hey, buddy. There we go. Don't ever come near me again. Alright. Let's go up here. Let's make a little factory for making sulfuric acid. Now, here's the thing. That's going to make encased uranium cells. I don't think... Maybe I make the encased uranium cells up there, and then I ship them elsewhere with a train. Or a drone? Let's see. I've lost the plot a little bit. So it's going to make encased uranium cells. Okay. Encased uranium cells are used to make uranium fuel rods. That's going to need encased industrial beams, which we want to make 5 of. Which, if we're producing at least 4 of these, that's okay. That's good. Okay, so we've already got the ratios to make optimized uranium fuel rods. That's good. And then uranium fuel rods are used to power nuclear power plants. That's going to make nuclear waste, or uranium waste. And that uranium waste, we're going to process... We need non-fissile uranium. Okay, yeah, that uranium waste is going to get processed into... Uranium waste is going to get processed into plutonium pellets, which means I'm also going to need to make non-fissile uranium, which means I'm going to have to figure out what the hell's going on with nitric acid and get a steady supply of silica. Is there any quartz? Oh, there's plenty. Okay, good. Got quartz there. Got water right there. Okay, good. Good. Okay, nice. We can work with that. And is that nitrogen right there? It sure is. Okay, nice. Got nitrogen there, which I probably want to make drones to ship that nitrogen where I need it. But I don't know. See, here's the problem. With power, you want it to be consistent. You want power to have a consistent rate of input and output so that there are no power fluctuations, if possible. And I would like to use drones because they're very efficient. Not efficient. They're very convenient. But they're not very efficient in terms of how fast they can deliver stuff and how effectively they can deliver stuff, I have found. So, I don't know that I want drones involved in the delivery process of my nuclear power. But I think I might be wrong to be thinking like that. I think it's probably fine. It's probably fine. The current problem we're running up against, though... oh, wow. That... I'm sorry, do I know you? Anyway, I was going to say the current problem we're running into is that our power consumption is getting pretty close to our production, but it's not. Evidently, it's not, and I think removing... I think it was 5 power crystals from my production line did that? If so, that's kind of crazy. Huh. Okay. I would still like to have some buffer power, though. So I think what we're going to do here is set up that sulfuric acid on the mountaintop. And then I think we're going to see if we can build a real quick power plant. I doubt we'll be able to do both of those things in this stream. But we'll make some significant headway, if nothing else. Then at some point, I really do need to start building more attractions for the Slug Island. I've been neglecting my duties there, to be honest with you. I really have been. I've been shirking my work. Okay. Let's free you real quick. You. Do I fucking know you, pal? You did this. You started it. You engaged. I was perfectly fine just freeing a slug. You started it. Where were we? So. Have our sulfur here. Which, judging by the fact that we're going to need sulfuric acid for non-fissile uranium, tells me that I should be making more than 120. So you know what we're gonna do? We're just gonna make a fuck ton of it. When all else fails, overproduce. Alright? That's set down. And you're gonna go... I mean, you're gonna go in that direction, but I'm trying to see what's the most aesthetically pleasing way for you that way. Yeah, that sounds good. And I can have a little... Oh, no, I slipped. Whoopsie. Where was I? Architecture. Frame foundation. Go there. Look at that. World building or some shit. I don't know. You can go... Yeah. One moment, please. I'm forgetting my routes. 1 second. I have a jetpack now. Or a hover pack now. So let's set up frame wall. Frame wall. Let's do frame wall the whole way around. Why not? Branch out a little. Experiment aesthetically. We want this? No, we want that concrete. Architecture. I usually go for the wall. I usually go for the wall. Let's see. Should I do something different, maybe? High beam? Sorry, H-beam. High beam is what people have on the highway at midnight. A truck chain with nuclear supplies. I don't think that truck chain is certified to deal with biohazards personally. And again, we need our power production to be efficient. And I love her. I really do. Okay, Truck Chan's great. She does a great job. Especially Purple Tractor Chan. Okay? However, they are not very timely, shall we say? So I don't know that they're the best choice. I don't think they're the best candidate for the job. Is all. That's all I'm saying. It's not an indictment of their character. It's just an observation. Is all. That's all I'm saying. Are you saying you don't believe in your children? No. Listen, man. Listen. If your kid tells you, like, hey, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna build a jetpack that lets you fly into space, and it makes oxygen so you can breathe, and you don't even have to worry about it. It's gonna be great. It's not a lack of belief in my child to say, no, buddy, I don't think that's gonna work out. Okay? It's just understanding the physical reality that we live in. Alright? It's just understanding the physical reality that we live in. Okay? You can do anything within reason. Okay? I have to understand it would be improper of me. It would be cruel of me, even, to try and force those expectations on them when I know full well they are not capable of achieving them. That's unfair. It would be unfair of me to do that to them. And so I won't. I would like down, perhaps. Let Truck Chan eat the nuclear supplies to increase work efficiency. I can't do that. I can't do that because I'm making a giant drone hub. That's what all the waste is going to be processed into. The waste is going to be processed into plutonium fuel cells, which will power the massive drone hub I'm going to build that will be able to deliver anything from anywhere in the world. Which could, theoretically, bring uranium or bring plutonium fuel cells to trucks somewhere. Perhaps. But that's not the goal. And I'm just now remembering that I didn't finish building the exterior of the steel factory. Oh, no. Nuclear drones flying everywhere sounds like an environmental disaster in the making. It's fine. It'll be fine. I don't have to worry about it because I have 1 million iodine filters now. So I'm never going to suffer the consequences of uranium ever again. The local wildlife, the flora and fauna of this planet, they might be in a little bit of jeopardy, okay? But that's not my problem. Fix-It doesn't pay me, but they also don't pay me to solve that problem. You know? So I don't have to worry about it. Anyway, we need 480. 480 water, which means we're going to need 4 pumps from somewhere. So where can we find a place to put down 4 water? I don't think we're going to be able to fit... Well, I mean, I didn't even try, so there's a possibility that I could fit 4 there. Let's see. Logistics. Production. First we get to production. Water. 1. Get 2 there. Oh. Hold on. 2. Come on. Okay, well, how much is this really making? What? Hold on. How... That's not good. What is that? What? Huh? Well, it wasn't my main power grid. I'd be able to restart it from here, right? Okay, well, I guess I'm gonna have to try and find something that's connected to these power lines that died when it lost 50 power? That doesn't sound right. It could be literally anywhere on the map. Okay, well, let me... I know the sound effect is global, yeah, so I don't know. I'm just gonna check a local factory. I'm gonna check my filter factory, and that should probably be it. Because if my filter factory is still running, then we're fine. Blown fuse doesn't matter until you notice it. Well, yeah, but here's the thing. I haven't blown a fuse in, like, 100 hours. Probably more than that. Probably way more than 100 hours. So I'm a little concerned, is all. We're just gonna go check and make sure everything's okay, yeah? Oh, I think that was not a... Okay, well, everything is still operational here. Everything still has power here. You can... If a fuse blows, you can restart it anywhere, right? Or do you need to restart it from something that produces power? Oh, fine. Alright. Alright. One moment, please. One moment, please. Let me just check. Our capacity... nothing has gone down. I don't know why it said it blew a fuse. That's probably just a bug. We're in the experimental build, after all. I got extremely sidetracked. I don't remember what's going on. Let's process some animals real quick. Oh, wow, we have a lot of them. Holy shit. 3, 4. No, that's going to be a lot of coupons. Throw away some raw resources that we don't need. Goodbye. Cruise, goodbye. You go here. See ya, Jet, see ya, goodbye. Bye. Bye. You're important. I produced you at max capacity. Bye. Goodbye. Bye. Bye. Go in there. Alrighty. Nice and clean. Vietorici. The gel. A fellow jelly. Welcome. It's almost certainly like an individual burner generator in the middle of nowhere you set up to power and drill. I don't think it's literally anything. I think it's possible the grid is the grid of only the geothermal. Yeah. I misread that completely wrong, but I understand exactly what you're saying. Yes. It's probably the power grid that was created by that single geothermal plant. So many coal power plants today. They're absolutely... I sure hope so, too. Interesting navigation. Alright. Where were we? We were finding water. And to be honest with you, I could get water from here. But I don't like it. It looks ugly. It feels bad. We're not going to get it from here. So we're going to reset up that geothermal plant. And here's what we're going to do. We're going to dismantle it right here and now to test our theory. We're going to put it back and not think about it. Okay? How's that sound? We're going to put it back and we're not going to think about it. And everything's going to be fine. Okay? Sounds like a plan to me. Everyone agree? We're just not going to worry about why that blew a power fuse ever. And if we ever find out, we won't talk about it either. I want to get this uranium out of here. It's in a really annoying spot. I wish I had a way to quickly process uranium. Anyway. We're going to need a space where we can process... We need limestone. Is there any limestone up here? There's limestone down there that we could bring up here. But there's not limestone up here naturally. Well, that's slightly annoying as far as the design cohesion of this little space that I wanted to. But I guess that's fine. How far down is it really? How far down is it? Not now, dude. No. I'm gonna savor this one. Ahem. Okay, that's slightly annoying. Slightly annoying. Here's what we'll do. We will produce the things that we need up there. We'll get our sulfuric acid. Okay. We'll get our uranium. And we will ship it down here somewhere. I think. Right now, let's just make sulfuric acid, okay? The name of the stream title, the stream title is a pun on sulfuric acid. We're just gonna make some sulfuric acid so I can satisfy the narrative constraints unto which I have placed myself. Not gonna get bogged down with a million different things, one step at a time. We need sulfuric acid. We can make sulfuric acid up here. Let's do that. Okay. So we need water. We're going to take water somewhere over here. Not because it's efficient, but because it will look better. And if it doesn't look good, I'm really going to do it this time. Sorry, these things don't deserve to live. My bad. One moment, please. Excuse me, sorry. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yep. You know what? You guys can share. How's that sound? Lovely. Oh, hey, buddy. You thought hiding would save you? If I throw one of them in the water, does it make a big splash noise? Does it splash? Well, that's disappointing. Okay. So we want some water. Versus... Oh my god, I'm getting... There's too many shiny baubles! There's too many shiny baubles! Go away! Come here! We go up here. Grab that Mercer sphere. And then we find a satisfying spot to put the water pumps. Okay. What the hell is happening? What? Why? Why? This was gonna be this was the spot! This was the spot! I can't build it there! Get me out of here. One moment, please. One moment, please. I want to see. Can I build in there? No? Good. Okay. I didn't want to game this one out. I didn't want to game this one out. Thank you. Buddy? Move! You're gonna be in the way. Stop existing. Explode. Okay. I'm doing super fine. I don't know. That didn't work in the slightest. Did someone accidentally run over with a remove terrain tool? Most likely, yeah. That would seem to be the case. Okay. We're gonna build 1, 2, 3, 4 because we need 4 water pumps to make 480 sulfuric acid. All right. Because this is deep enough. It's got to be deep enough. Good. Okay. Glad we're all on the same page. All right. There. 2. Go 4, and I'll probably need to be 5 long. There. There. Two. There. There. Don't do this to me. Please don't do this to me. Just set up in a satisfying... Stop. You're getting bogged down by the details. You're getting bogged down by the details. Build the thing. Aesthetics later. Build first. Okay. Now we want this to go the water a little. Okay. Well, zoop it along. Alright. And no, didn't dismantle any of it. We're fine. We're fine. Everything's okay. Production. Water extractor. There we go. Okay. Can you nudge these? Why can you not nudge water extractors? Why do you hate me and everything I stand for and everything I try to do and everything that's beautiful in the world? Okay. Just find the midpoint. Find the midpoint. Don't even worry about the midpoint. No. This doesn't need to be that long. Go. Alright. Now we do the same thing on this side. Take you. Vertical. 1. Build that down. 5. 4. Across. Water extractor. Go there, and this Has to be symmetrical, otherwise I'm gonna lose it. So this is like that. Okay. Go there. One more back. Okay. There. Okay. Mantle the foundation beneath. If I can find a way to see this. Go. 1, 2. Why are you like this? Why are you like this? Okay. 2, 3, 4. Mantle foundations. Filter. Should have just done that from the beginning. That's way better. Alright. Now here's the thing. I could, and likely should, combine all of these into one pipe. Alright? It is absolutely what should be done in this case. However, I think it'd look neat if we had a pipeline that actually traveled together. Like a bunch of different pipes. I want an excuse to have a bunch of different pipes going in the same direction instead of one pipe. That's all. It's a simple desire. It's a simple, rational thing for a man to want. That. Okay. How do we want to do this? Those are all equidistant. Yes, they are. Okay, good. Good. You... no, not mark 1. Even though it could be marked. Here, you're going to go horizontal to vertical, straight. You're going to be on the inside, actually. Go there, I think. You know what? Here's what we'll do. We'll build. We'll build. Great. I want that to go horizontal to vertical. Horizontal to vertical. And straight. Nope, incorrect. Incorrect. There we go. There we go. This is not at all necessary. Not at all. However, it will make me happy. And so it needs to exist. There. 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 Correct. 2. Again, I just foresee this causing problems. However, I want an excuse to have a bunch of pipes going from one place to another place. Is that such a crime? Frame 4. Frame pillar. And that's sort of what we'll be looking at. We're just gonna go... Listen, man. I'm busy. I don't have time for this poppycock, for this unmitigated hogwash, okay? You brought this upon yourself. Don't do it. Okay. Told you not to do it. Okay. Here. If you crouch, by the way, your stealth, these things can't see you. Good to keep in mind. All right. There another one that I missed? There is, high up there. You don't belong. You don't get to exist. Why do these things have so much force behind them? God damn. Okay. All right. Where were we? 7. Frame pillar. Get underneath there. That's not underneath. Okay. I wish I could float on top of the water. So instead of doing that, what we're going to do is connect power over here. Because we need to bring power over here anyway. So it's really normal, and I'm not getting sidetracked again. Where's my inhaler? Alright. Alright. Everything's going really well and super fine. And I'm really happy about it, as a matter of fact. If you didn't know, I'm extremely happy about it. Okay, that'll go right there. That's a good spot, right there about. All right. You go there. I'm choosing to ignore that. I'm choosing to ignore that. There. Your life is an active choice that I've made. Consider that. Build it. Sure. Tear this down real quick. Right. Go there. Blueprint, power tower platform. That away. Down, vertical nudging is a fucking gift from the heavens. Holy shit. There. There. And this can power this. Power line. Two. There. There. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me make sure my math is right. It should be 120 times 4. Yep, 120 times 4 is 480. Good. Good, good, good. You should connect one more. No one will ever see that or think about that except for me. And then I need to make sure that I dye all of these before I forget. Paint all of them, rather. You know what I'm talking about. There we go. Nice. All right. That was all just to bring power over here so that I could use my hover pack and I could put a frame pillar underneath. That was all for that. All that work just for that. Worth it. Worth. Listens. 5. I put it in the wrong spot. I am loser. I'm a fraud. I'm nothing. Five. Hold on one moment, please. One moment, please. You don't deserve this. You don't deserve distance. You're a fraud. There we go. Now that's 10. Where were we? 1, 2, 3, 5. In between there, right there. That's the one we're looking for. That's the one we're looking for. Right here. One here. That's the one. That's the one. But all the wire pipeline support's not there, and I forgot it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There it is. There we go. Okay. Worth it. Okay. Once more with feeling. There. There. Nope. There. Okay. Looking good. This. That. Why are you like this? Why are you like this? Why do you do this to me? Do you hate me? Is it personal? Head. That's all I ask. That's all I ask. It's a simple request. It's a simple request, really, if you think about it. Okay. Keep it down. I don't think you're going to be able to make that turn, buddy. I think I'm asking too much of you, and it upsets me. Okay. Don't worry about it. Here's what we'll do instead. Then. Oop. Got it. You, a little support pillar here for the turn. You are actually part of our 10. Like that. That lets me do these. Here. Great. And you're going to be clean pipes, because if you're not, the asymmetry will drive me insane. There we go. Totally normal. 1. Five. This one right here. Middle of 2? Yeah, that's middle of 2. Okay. Here. 1. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay. Good. Landed. We're fine. Don't worry about it. This is all for sulfuric acid. It doesn't need to be this complicated, people. I'm inflicting this upon myself, really. It really doesn't need to be this hard. Hey, why are you like that? Why are all of you like this? Why do you do this to me? Do you hate me? You know what? I'm not gonna do a damn thing. Feel free to exist. Power over here. Alright. Need a port brace here.
You
Just
could be
the
doing
one.
useful things.
I am doing it. Ada? Listen, you're very helpful. I appreciate everything you do. Not right now. This is useful. Okay. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. You don't get to exist anymore. You did this. You revoked your own rights to life. Okay. See, here's the thing. Extremely inefficient. However, I really like how that looks. You know? There's something about all of those pipes traveling in tandem that just looks way better. Even if I could do it way more efficiently. You know? It just looks cool. It looks satisfying. I'm just passionate about pipes, man. Pipes are probably my favorite thing to set up in this game. Oh! Oh! The game almost crashed. The game just crashed. Shit! Okay. That's bad. That's bad. Hopefully we didn't lose too much progress. The game autosaves quite frequently. The game autosaves frequently, so our pipes are still there. Our pipes are definitely still there, because the game autosaves frequently. Right? They're definitely still there. Mm-hmm. They're definitely still there. Agree and proceed. Re-authenticating. Uh-huh. Just waiting. We're waiting. Whew. Man. Most stressful loading screen ever. Mm-hmm. It's my first time seeing it, too, which is interesting. I don't even know what it means. For all I know, we just lost the entire save file. Nope. Timed out while trying to authenticate to online services. Please check. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. You know what? As a matter of fact, online settings. Don't even worry about it. We'll turn off online once we're back in the game. That's not good. Hey, that's not good. Why can't we load that? That's fine. Here's what we'll do. We'll quit the game, and then we'll rejoin. Not feeling so satisfactory at the moment, huh? No, it certainly is not. It's feeling very unsatisfactory right now, one might say. Okay. Alright. It's fine. It's gonna be fine. We're doing really well. So don't even worry about it. Because everything's going great. Agree and proceed. Continue. Sometimes you just gotta turn it off and turn it back on again. Sometimes it's that simple. Where are we? Nice! Perfect. We didn't lose a damn thing. Good. Now let's try and cut this down again and hopefully the game doesn't crash. There we go. Alright. Nice. Can't get... That was necessary. All right. Then you got to go as well. All right. We're going to build the or we're going to make the sulfuric acid somewhere over here. That looks good to me. That's fine. I can work with that. I can incorporate this into my world. We want this. A ramp.
Stop wasting time.
Hey, Ada? Not right now, please. Frame wall in there. Yep, right there. Converted. Okay. Probably just need... No, we need the two. Other... Converted there. Floor. Right there, yep. Okay. Four. How do we want these to connect? Prod. That looks really bad no matter how we do it, huh? You know what? We're going to have it do horizontal to vertical, and then we're going to get rid of all of this ramp nonsense. We're just going to have it go straight up and down. How's that sound? I think that sounds good to me. We just add a little extra supports. Go. Maybe we add, you know, a ramp. No, we don't. Maybe we don't add a ramp. Maybe we don't add a ramp. That. There. Up like that. Oh, has to connect there to there. Figure out how exactly we want this to look right now. I think we put an inverted one there. Ports. There. There we go. Can we put a regular one? And have it go through everything? Look fine. That look okay? It does, actually. Okay. Do that. I have rolled credits on blueprints, yes. I don't know why you're asking me that, considering I haven't streamed it, nor have I really talked about it on stream. But I have, as a matter of fact, rolled credits on blueprints, yes. I had an extremely lucky run that led to it, which was really fucking cool, honestly. That angled frame looks good. Yeah, like that actually... That looks quite nice, doesn't it? Huh. I just sort of stumbled into a really nice little design there. Huh. That's cool. Anyway, gonna continue moving you here. Quick review on it. I mean, I rolled credits on it. I don't think I know, like, I've experienced anywhere near enough of the game to really have any super concrete opinions as far as its overall quality. But from a more, like, shall we say, casual point of view, someone who is just, like, beaten, like, there's a lengthy post-game. Very clearly, there's still a lot left to do there. And so, I would have to say that it's conceptually very interesting. The idea of blending a roguelike and a, like, first-person puzzle adventure game in the way that the Blueprints does is very... What's the word I'm looking for? Impressive's not quite what I'm trying to say. Ambitious. That's the word. It's a very ambitious blend of genres. And I have to applaud them on some level for pulling it off even half as well as they did. There are, I think, quite a lot of stumbling blocks in that, but I don't think that the stumbling blocks themselves are necessarily, like, that they made a mistake while making it. I think it's just that there are some problems inherent to the combination of genres that are kind of just unavoidable to some degree. You know? Which is to say, the RNG is interesting, but I feel that the longer I play, the more I believe it gets in the way of my enjoyment of the game. Does that make sense? Post Room 46 is the worst part of the game. IMO, the RNG became way too much. Yeah. That's generally what I was expecting. Okay. That. Need to float anymore, so we're fine. There. 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 No, I don't need to build you one. Now I want to merge these. How am I going to merge? What's the best way to... Where is... Folder? No, Blueprints, Aesthetics, Pipeline L Junction. My beloved Pipeline L Junction. Shit, I don't think you're actually going to be able to do anything for me here, my sweet. Well, not necessarily. Hold on. One moment. Let me math this out real quick. It's gonna go there to there. You. Okay, I do want to hover just so I can get a better view. Blueprints has some deep secrets, but they're tedious to get. Yeah, I also feel like from talking with my one friend who's further in the game than I am, like even at the level I am, where I've rolled credits, I'm still missing out on a lot of what are essentially like primary mechanics. Like there's still a lot of stuff that can be done that I haven't even seen yet. There are 12.5 puzzles that I can see, I think, what I'm supposed to do, and I shudder at the possibility of even attempting them. Let's see. Here's some spoilers for a puzzle in the blueprints. You may have noticed, and I'm gonna give a little bit again. Let me restate that because there are some people who like really care about spoilers, and especially in a puzzle game like this where knowledge is the main thing. Once again, spoilers for a puzzle in the blueprints. All right, now that we're braced, you may have noticed that in a lot of the rooms there are chess pieces. For example, in the drafting room, there's a queen. In the den, there's a pawn. I believe there's also a den in the storage closet. There is a bishop in the chapel. That sort of thing. Okay? And hidden in all of the outside rooms, or most of the outside room, there are levers you can turn to activate sconces that will reveal an elevator to the interior of the mountainside. And in the interior of the mountainside, there is a chessboard with a layout identical to the house. So what you need to do in order to do that puzzle is draft all of the rooms that have all of the different puzzle pieces. So pawn, knight, bishop, rook, king, queen, right? Draft the rooms that have all of those puzzle pieces, then go back down to that chessboard and place the pieces where they correspond to the rooms that you've drafted in the house. I've been told that unlocks some pretty cool shit. Like that's a puzzle that gives you a permanent unlock. Which, the prospect of a permanent unlock for a puzzle like that sounds really cool. However, the prospect of doing a puzzle like that sounds excruciating, because that means that I need to draft 6 different rooms and just hope that I can get all 6 in a given run. Now, granted, multiple rooms have puzzle pieces in them, okay? Multiple different rooms have the same puzzle piece. For example, the pawn, I know already, is in the den and also in the storage closet, okay? So there are multiple rooms you can draft to satisfy those requirements, okay? However, that still sounds exhausting. I'm not sure how I feel about it. Okay. We gotta figure out how I want to merge these. I'm pro interesting friction in games. Blueprints is an example where that friction ruins it. I wouldn't say that it ruins it. It has the potential to, but I don't know that it's outright ruined for me yet. Now, that comes with a rather large grain of salt, which is that it very well could, in extremely conceivable ways. Chess is one of the better, larger puzzles IMO, but the way you get one of the pieces can actually fuck off. Interesting. I think here's my core problem with the design of the blueprints. Is the idea that you can see a puzzle and you can have an idea for how to solve that puzzle and be unable to even test your theory until hours later, when you finally manage to draft the combination of rooms required to test what you want to test. Okay? Because there is a very real possibility that when you finally manage to draft those rooms that you need to test your theory, you try it, and after hours of just getting the opportunity to try a theory, it will be incorrect. I think the level of obtuseness that the Blueprints operates on makes the requirements... Let me rephrase that. Hold on. The level of obtuseness that the Blueprints operates on makes the luck required for any given puzzle solution test untenable at a certain level. I still am nowhere closer to being able to merge these things. Because I don't know how I want to do it. Alright, hold on. I have an idea. Don't worry about me. Don't worry about me. I'm gonna be okay. I'm gonna make it out of this. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry. Don't panic. Don't panic. Don't panic. Why is this one not... Okay. Bean pipe. Customize. I think this is a very interesting solution. I also think that I hate looking at it. These can carry 600, yeah. Some of the puzzles are bugged if your locale isn't set to English. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. This works. I hate it. One moment, please. Let me try and calibrate some shit. Okay. Hold on. If, perhaps, we were to set up junction here. Okay. So here. Here? Okay, that does not satisfy my brain. So unfortunately, I cannot abide. I would really love if I could do. Why do you have to be like that? Huh? Why do you have to be like that? You're tearing this family apart. Why can't you just be like your brother? Okay. I'm gonna figure this one out. Don't worry, chat. I'm gonna figure this one out. Why do you have to do that? But why, though? But why do you have to be like that? Is my question. Is all. That's just all. That's all I want to know is why do you have to be like that? There you go. There you go. Okay. Can I condense that? I think I can condense that. One moment, please. One moment, please. I think if I put that here. I hate it. Shit! I just want to find some satisfying way to merge these. I'm going to leave you right there so that I don't need to open a menu ever again. Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Really now? That's fine. Hold on a minute. Did we get it? I can live with that. I can live with that. That's fine by me. I don't mind that. I don't mind that one bit. We just gotta add some supports so it looks like it's not held up by nothing at all. So... okay, there. There. Guy there. Okay. You... that. Figure out how exactly we want this to real quick. Okay. Why am I... hold on. Is there a reason I'm going there to there? Is it just because that kind of looks more straight than... yeah, that's exactly why. Okay. That's fine. I can live with that. I can live with that. How do we want this to look, though, on the side here? I think we want to go for inverted frames. Not what I want. Here's what we'll do. Take frame ramp. An inverted frame ramp. Half nudge? No? No halvesies? Okay. That's okay. I can live with it. You there. At this point in time, I would like to remind everyone that we're doing all of this just to make a little sulfuric acid. That. Another one, I guess. Fine. And it lined. Everything sucks. I hate it. Was it misaligned or am I'm just insane? It was perfectly fine. Okay. Go. I don't think we need any of this now. I don't think it's necessary in the slightest, actually. Looks like it's probably fine. Okay. Now, we have managed to merge these completely unnecessary 4 pipes into one. Good. Now, how much sulfuric acid can we make, and how big is this thing going to be? How is sulfuric acid processed? Processed in increments of 50, so we can make how many refineries with it? What is 500 divided by 50. That's going to be 10. We can make 10. One of them will be underclocked 20%. Or 10%? I'm not sure. 10 refineries. Okay, let's clear some space for 10 refineries. Do we want to build it here or here? I think we want to build it on this side. Build it here. Okay. Let's set up. How far off the ground should this be? Here? Need to be at least 8 across, I think. We want this to be... like that. Howdy, Quixotic. And good morning, Lemonade. I don't know if I said good morning. I was in the throes of it, as it were. Whenever I think you said good morning. So good morning to you as well. Nope, we want that like that. And I think this looks interesting, so we're fine with it clipping a little bit. That is that. Oop. Gonna be there. I think I actually hate how that looks. So, please. Okay. And we're just going to put wall there. Mine wall hole isn't in there for some reason because nothing can ever be easy with my life. There. I'll go straight. Here first. Then like that. There we go. Okay. We've successfully brought water all the way over here. Now we need to make 10 refineries. Okay. Power over here because of why you... There we go. Okay. Refineries, we need 10, 5 on each side. So, production, refinery. Do we have enough space? We got plenty of space. Good, good, good. Where's the midpoint there? There? Okay. And it's just going to make sulfuric acid, so we have one output. We don't need to worry about all that jazz. There's probably good. It's going to be an odd number, so we won't put it right in the middle. Hold on. I want this to be symmetrical. That's going to go right in the middle. Okay. And the forward one. Good. 3. 3. 5. And match it on the other side. 3. And 3. 10. Okay. And then one of you needs to make... Well, all of you need to make sulfuric acid. D, V, 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 V. Okay. And then one of you, I am electing you, is going to only make 30. 3-0. There you go, buddy. Okay. Nice! Alright. Now, we need to make pipelines. And you know what? I'm making an executive decision. Pipes. There we go. Pipeline T-junction. Please don't be like that. Please make this a simple process for all of us. Please do not cut my power while I'm in the middle of flying. Thank you. Okay. Hey, why are you... Because the blueprint was like... Oh, it didn't do anything for me. God damn it. Okay, we're fine. I'm totally normal. I'm doing really good, as a matter of fact. Maybe better than anyone has ever been, to be honest with you. Okay. There. That's fine. You're just decorative now, I suppose. Okay. Howdy, clown. Welcome, welcome. That's not gonna work. Not gonna work. Have you played with the Blueprint Auto Pipe Belt Linking? I haven't, as a matter of fact, and forgot the mechanic existed until just now, so thank you for reminding me. I'm gonna extend that out just a little bit so that I can go around. Let's try that out. Not what I want, no. Blueprint. Auto connect. That is not connecting in the ways that I want it to. Well, that's a shame. Oh well. Worth a shot. Worth a shot. There. There. We'll worry about that in a second. Connect that there to there. 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 Okay. And then bring it around town. Pipeline L junction. That. I love these junctions. They're extremely unnecessary, but they make me quite happy. Do you, where are you? The opposite end, other end of that square. Okay, correctly placed. You there, just come here for a moment, please. Thank you. There we go. You know, I've been so busy building this. I forgot to even mention, I saw the Minecraft movie the other day. It was a thing to do, and so I did it with some friends. I do not think it was a very good movie. I don't think it was necessarily a terrible movie, all things considered, but I do not think it was good. It seems like... How can I phrase this? Some kid will watch that, like, every single day. Okay? Does that make sense? That's going to be some kids like, we have this movie on DVD, and I'm going to watch it every single day for 3 months. It's their Stars War. No, not a Stars War. No. It's like... Does I think every kid... this may be a very revealing statement. I think every kid has a movie that they just watch a million times, even if it sucks, because they just get obsessed with it for a little bit. For me, it was the movie Chicken Little. I must have watched that movie like 20 times. It was Toy Story. Okay, you're right. All right. You're right, but that can be Stars War. You know what? You're right. I apologize. I hadn't considered that Stars War could be a beloved film to some. Okay. We want... What do we want? We want pipelines. Nope, not a pipe. Pipeline support. Pipeline support. Pipeline support. Want that in the middle of the two. Not necessarily because we're going to use it, but because if this doesn't appear to have some sort of structural support to it, I'll lose my mind. There we go. Okay, good. Can't say all the shows, movies I really like ended up being watched 20 times. There's likely too many to cite. You know, sometimes it's just like that. Sometimes it's just like that. I'm sorry, I missed a lot of the conversation. I spaced out really hard. Like until now, or just when you were a kid? I think if that's in response to what I'm talking about, yeah. I mean, like as a kid, I think everyone just watches a movie a million times. Yours was Peter Pan Lemonade. Good choice. Good choice. Okay, that's all set up, and I want these to be yellow, so they can be sulfuric acid. Is that the right yellow we want? That's a good yellow. Sulfuric acid yellow. Okay. Or no, I like to have kind of a pale... I'll use my color for sulfuric acid. Why not? Put some swatch. Load preset. Fix it gelatin. Gelatin. There we go. Maybe a little too pale. Maybe a little too pale. Maybe drinking a little too much water before you put these pipes up. Perhaps. I'm sure that's fine. No, that's not fine. It's not acceptable. Take this. Can't customize that. Because I'm using this watch somewhere. I think. I don't remember. Here's what we'll do. This color. There we go. There we go. That'll be so. We'll name that swatch Fix It Acid or something like that. Alright. Now... now we have to, now we have to bring the sulfur over. Because believe it or not, sulfuric acid does require sulfur as one of its base ingredients. Give me just 1 second, though. Hold on. I'll be back. I'm back. I thought I was going to have to take my brother to work, but turns out I do not. So here's what we're going to do. We've been live for 2 hours. I'm going to take a quick 5-10 minute break. Go get up, stretch, get some water, brush your teeth, all that jazz. And I will be back in a few. I'm back. Hello. I was kind of expecting there to be music playing in this area, but now I'm realizing that we just sort of sat in silence. If I knew that, I would have moved just a little closer here to get, you know, maybe some charming water ambiance. Oh well. Alas. There was music. It just ended. Gotcha. Move these pipes. Rather. Oh. I'm really happy about that. You know, I need to do this more often. I need to make things less efficient on purpose so that they can look better. Because I really like how this looks. I really like having these 4 pipes run parallel to one another. That looks really good. And I'm especially happy with this little number. Alright. Pipelines are fun. Industrial pipe bundles is a vibe. Absolutely, yeah. This looks... It covers that space so nicely. Oh. Where were we? Right, we need to get the sulfur from over there to over here. The conveyor belts don't look as cool as pipes. But what if, for no reason at all, I were to also make a conveyor belt bundle? Stick with me. It's gonna be a wild ride. Okay. I'm gonna mirror it exactly. Bare wall hole. I can't believe we used this before this update. I wouldn't really. I could definitely. I don't care. I like the conveyor wall hole. Okay. This is gonna go. Hold on. Give me one moment. Hold on. Let me calibrate. Calibrate. 1 second. Sorry. My controls are scrambled. I'm using tilt controls. Okay. Shit. Hold on. 1 moment, please. Oh, wait. No, this is fine. This is fine. This is fine. This is... Sure. It's not fine. Everything's ruined forever. Shit! Okay, don't worry about it. We just need this. Instead of here, it needs to be here. Right? Go around. And then that means here. 'Cause. 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 'C that, even though that makes no damn sense at all. That. Perfect. Just like that. Okay. Repeat the same process multiple times. So it can go around. There. 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 So the Minecraft movie was interesting. I wouldn't call it horrible. It was certainly whelming. But I feel like I was having a fever dream pretty much the entire time I was watching it. It was hard for me to process anything that was happening and to feel as though it was verifiably real unless observed by others. It is astounding to me that that movie even exists in the form that it does. I mean, it's astounding to me that it exists at all, but, like, it's just so damn strange, is all. I don't understand almost any creative decision made. I don't know why Jack Black has, like, 3 different musical numbers, all of which are, like, 30 seconds long. Paradox of the tier 1 sub says, jelly, more like smelly. That's how you treat me? That's how a founder treats me? I trusted you, Verdox. I trusted you. You too, Maddie? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I don't deserve this kind of treatment. Okay. There. 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 Okay, now it is all set up. Okay. Literature. I think it's gonna come out on this side. Want it there. I would really prefer if you color that I want you to be, color that you're supposed to be. Okay. Now we need to do this. How do I do it here? Why are you like this? Okay. And then theoretically those 4 pipes. Really now? 2. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna work in, That's weird that that won't work in, belt form. That's annoying. It's very annoying. I mean, do I just do one big conveyor belt going all this way? I feel like that would suck. I feel like I should have brought the water closer instead of building it here. If that's the case. I mean, I can do that. Looks like a drop for charge. No, because then I need to find a way to power her all the way up here. I should have just built it over there instead of over here. Yeah, I just need to build it over there. All right, well, it was really cool setting up this giant refinery. Time to tear the entire thing down. Because I didn't plan properly. Goodbye. Rid of the whole damn thing. So much go. 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 This is why I haven't bought this game yet, because you can build so much stuff and then have to tear it all down and it'll all be for nothing, and you'll spend literally 30 minutes riffing with absolutely no material gain whatsoever. And I even have to delete this merger that I made. The despair.
While I admire your investment in your work, invest it somewhere more productive.
No! I don't wanna! I want to be unproductive. I want to spend 3 entire hours building one sulfuric acid processing plant. Thank you very much. Five, so they're in the middle of them. Stab. Fuck, 1, 2, 3, 5. That's literally the one spot it shouldn't be in. Okay. You. Once more with feeling. Nice. Okay. Looking cool, Joker. It is actually looking cool. I'm not gonna lie. I'm happy that the pipeline gets to go longer. Because I really like this pipeline. And I want it to extend over a great many distances. Pipeline Chan must grow. Go. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bring it on over again. Oh. Nice. Okay, so then where do we build this if that's the case? Here? I think so, yeah. I think we turn left here. Maybe we build the merger inside the building so that it looks better. Delightfully devilish, Jelly. What if I were to design the entire building in such a way that I did not need to build the merger because I really like how it looks? Or I can just hide the merger underground. That works too. We'll figure it out. I just really like having all 4 of these pipes run in tandem, is all. Down. Down. At the very least, they don't need to merge just yet. This clean pipes, because they don't like to bend properly. There we go. Looking good. I really like that. I like that a lot. What is it about these pipes, man? That's an unreasonable amount of joy to derive from something as simple as this. That just looks nice, man. Why do I like that so much? I gotta do that more often. Okay. And now, unfortunately, this is a giant uranium crystal in the middle of our plant, so we're gonna... Don't worry about it, don't worry about it, don't worry about it. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take all this uranium. Alright. Take it all. Real quick. Before we die from radiation poisoning. Bring it over to the uranium miner over here. Wow, that's draining our iodine filters really fast. Okay. Bring it on over here, and we'll store it in the miner. Simple as. I need to build more water pipelines. I fucking love this thing. Holy shit. I need to build so many more pipelines. Pipes are my favorite thing in this game. They're just so satisfying to lay down. Contemplating whether I should phrase that differently just to give everyone a fun sound clip. Calibrating. No, I don't think I will. I don't think I will. Clear this landing zone. Okay, Jesus, that took so much longer than I thought that was going to take. I was expecting that to be done, like so long ago. Anyway, if this were Vandal, Joe would still need another hint to get what that song was. Okay. How do we want to set? I think we do 10. Shit. And maybe we just 5 and turn it again. Cut that shit out, dude. Like, for real? Honestly. So immature. Five. Turn once more. Go here. Nope, not like that. Incorrect. And then I think here is where it will intersect with the walls of the plant. Go. Here's what I think I want to do. After I get this set up, I'll explain better. Oh, no, we don't want clean pipes. We want clean pipes here to here. Yes. There. Regular pipes. There. 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 Okay. So what I'm thinking is I really like these pipes. I really like seeing them. I like how they're all bundled together. It makes me happy when I view them, when I witness them. Right? So perhaps, do is we incorporate these pipes somehow into the structure itself. In the middle? Yeah, okay. I'm thinking that we have a glass frame foundation. Pipes travel underneath. So that we can see them, and that's the floor of the factory. And then somewhere else we find a place where we can merge them out of sight and out of mind to enter the refineries. You know what I mean? We have a walkway here. And regular old concrete. Place the refineries. You gotta go. Enjoy your pipes. Thank you. I always enjoy laying pipes. Alright. Goes there to there. There. 9? Is that how long it needs to be? How long does this need to be to get all the refineries? Unless... How long does it need to be to 10 refineries? Bring this over here. Have an idea. Have an idea. Hold on. One moment, please. Okay. Refineries. Where are they? No, what am I doing? Builder, production, refinery. That there. Okay. 10. Perfect. Perfect. Well, not quite perfect because we want it to be somewhere in the middle. So let's get that straightened out real quick. $13. So we need to find 6. There's the midpoint. Okay. There. Pipe will go. There. Four. Side. 4. Okay. Alright, following me so far. Following me so far. We have the pipes come under this whole way. No, please. Stupid. 10. Okay. Alright. Good, looking good. Cool Joker. This. There. How long is it? 1. Grab. Nope. Filter. Frame floor. Is 15. 5. Ooh. Oh, fuck. 5. 5. Should be generally equidistant from one another. Not quite, no. I think 4 between 3. Okay. Be 4.5 between. There. This can be here. Well, that's not quite right, but it's close enough to being correct that I don't mind. 1. 3.5. Yeah, a little bit extra distance between in the middle, but no, I think that's even. Okay, good. Good. Nice. Put this here. Boom. Wrong spot. That's also incorrect. Right. 2. Those. Two as well. Then, what we'll do. This 1. That is correctly placed. How we managed to have foundation, but okay. Cross like that. Maybe like that, so that we can have a wall. Wall. Basic wall. Move that. That's annoying. Live with it, though. Can we? Hold on. One moment, please. Architecture. Last floor. We can live with that, I think. I won't be happy. I'll be happy. I can live with that. I can live with that. I can live. I'll live. I'll live. Okay. And then... No, we won't be able to do it. Shit. No, we will. We will. One moment, please. I'm panicking. Don't worry. Don't even worry about it. I'm okay. I'm crashing out over nothing. I'm crashing out over nothing. This. Not a clean. No, we don't want clean. Regular pipes. There. Water is still flowing, which is cool. There. Here. 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 Okay. Then these are gonna go underneath. Like so. Clean pipes. Great. Go to the right place? Good. Nice. Then we can put this over top of all that. The idea is that when you're walking through this factory, you see the pipes underneath. And then they're going to curve in there. Okay. Here's what we're going to do. All right there. Stay with me here. Stay with me. Architecture. Architecture. Organization. No, logistics. Pipeline wall hole. Oh, you better not. You better not do that. Okay, good. Thank you. Okay. So now, if you're up there, it looks like it goes in there. We can this wall now. This. Boom. Hi, Flora. We had to completely rebuild everything. We want this to be unpainted. So that it matches with the metal on this. And looks organic. Okay. Cool. Cool. I don't know why I'm putting so much work into this, because I'm going to be putting walls on this side anyway, unless... No, no. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Figure it out. Either way, water's going to come in through here. No, we don't want that to be... Well, no, we do want that to be... We don't really... Well, anyway. Okay. Build this underneath the whole thing. There to here. And we want logistics, pipeline, floor holes. They have to be there to connect properly. Go vertical. Yep, okay. If anyone is wondering why I have nearly 300 hours, or sorry, when I have nearly 400 hours on my save, and, you know, haven't made nearly as much progress as that amount of time might suggest, you're getting a front row seat as we speak. This is the amount of time I invest in a single factory to make sulfuric acid that, after this build, I will probably never go to again. But I'm really happy with the pipeline, so it's worth it. Okay, so then, underneath all of this nonsense, temporarily delete this, underneath all of this nonsense, we build our merger. How did we do that? It doesn't actually matter. This one's going to be hidden, so it doesn't need to look pretty. Boom. Clean pipelines. There we go. As soon as it's not in the public eye, it looks despicable. Curve on the pipes looks bad. I think you should rebuild the factory so that the pipes stay straight. I think. Therefore, I am. And I also disagree. So get fucked. You know what? What's wrong with having a curved pipe every now and then? There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing to be embarrassed about. Okay, I could down a little. Can this connect properly? Good, okay. Down a little. Cancel all of those. So that I can set up this doohickey ass connector. The things I do for love. Okay. Vertical nudge, my beloved. Holy shit. Best feature of the entire update. Okay. Go there to there. 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 Up. 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 Almost there. Okay. Is there water flowing through these? Why is it taking so long to flow through? Have we reached a point where there's backflow issues? I think we have. That should be filling up. Oh, hold on. I think I know what's wrong. Haha. The water pumps don't actually have any power and haven't had it for quite some time. Whoopsie. My bad. God, this pipeline looks awesome. Love it. Love it. Now, there may still be some flow issues. This should consistently be filling. Is water reaching this upper point? Yes, but it's flowing back down so it can fill further down here. Okay, I think we're good. And go here. That can go over top. And then I can actually get rid of all of this. Frame floor. Because we're going to be covering it all up. Okay. Alright. Looking good. Looking good. One more refinery. Invalid aim. What do you mean invalid aim location? You're supposed to line each other up when I do that. Okay. Over there. Nice. All right. Sulfuric acid. Control C, V. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Okay. You will make 30 instead of 50. Just make sure you're actually getting water. Water is going up and down. That doesn't bode well. Is that backflow, or have these pipes just not filled yet? Well, if it's backflow, we can fix it pretty easily here. Hold on. You know. The quick little pump under there. Alright. Okay. We're just gonna do this little bad for a second. Make sure that the water can get up there. Oh, whoops. Nope. We want to do that a little less bad. Here's what we can do. My favorite. A classic ground-based electricity pole. A classic maneuver. Fit for all ages. Do try this at home. Okay. Ooh. Is that... Yep, okay, good. Tap on the end. Tap. Sure. Not the double. The single. And we... Power pull. Nope. Okay. I don't know why the wall power pulls aren't part of that, but okay. So, yep, right there in the middle. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Connect them all over. And then, for a moment, give them power, just so that I can be sure this works. Should start filling up with water. Yep. Good. Okay. We're almost there. Whew, man. 1 second here. Alright. Here's what I'm thinking. Joe could go live at any moment, and I want to make sure that I have this in place and that it works before everything goes. Now, get these set up. Connect them all. Alright, and then we're gonna game it out. There we go. There we go. Shit, wait. I don't actually have any... Well, it won't be going anywhere for now. So let's just, in the meantime, we'll build the pipes. Junction. Is that going where I want it to? That's a little annoying, but oh well. I should build a straight junction on that. Oh, let's do that real quick. Special. Print. Load blueprint. Aesthetics. T-junction. Kind of unnecessary, but you know what? It's good to have. It's good to have. That'll be a pipeline I junction. Directory. No. Save blueprint. Clear blueprint designer. Get that out of here. I've found that oftentimes I will need this junction specifically when I'm setting up pipelines like this. They won't cooperate. They'll be a little too close, and then I'll have to delete some stuff. So I should have done this a long time ago, really. That one. That part either. Connect it all up. It's certainly filling the pipes. Okay. Cool. God, I love that pipeline. Okay. So now I don't actually know. Now I don't know. I'm scared. Now what I think is gonna happen is that I'm gonna have to build a railroad. Yeah, we do need to process uranium. You're right. Okay, here's the question that we need to ask ourselves. Trains are going to be involved. First and foremost, trains are going to be involved. So, do I want to have a train take this sulfuric acid and take the uranium down to the concrete, and then we build the uranium fuel rods there, and then ship them out to the factory over there? Or do I have a train bring the concrete up here, bring this over here to some spot where we can create the uranium fuel rods, and then send them back down? I built it in the desert, but U-100... Well, we're going to be building, no matter what, the nuclear facility is going to be built in the desert. That's 100% what is going to happen here. Right? 100% what's going to happen here. Right now, we are just scaling to the size of this one uranium deposit. What needs to happen is we're making encased uranium cells. But we're also going to need to make non-fissile uranium. No, that's with waste. That's with waste. Okay. I didn't even think about the ratios for the uranium waste. Fuck. That's bad. I don't even know what the ratios are going to be like for that. I assume the ratios are nice. Like, hopefully at least they're nice to me about that. Maybe? Please? Please be nice to me? Please? Please? Please have the uranium waste ratio cleanly between non-fissile uranium and plutonium pellets? Please? I don't even know how much uranium waste is going to be produced. Shit. Okay. Howdy, backseat. I'm having a crisis of resources. I have to do math, and I don't like it. But we know that works. Okay, we know that that produces sulfuric acid. So we have, at our disposal, 480 sulfuric acid. We have that done. Here's what I think we should do. I'm going to build the uranium fuel rods up here. And then ship them down to the desert, where they're going to get processed into encased uranium cells. And then I'm going to ship them down to the desert, where they're going to get processed into uranium fuel rods. Okay? Okay. 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 We can do that. We can do that. And as far as pipeline, I think what I want to do... Great. Great. that. Do I want that more closely packed? No. Okay. Okay. I don't quite like that I chose the exact shade. A little paler. I think maybe I just do want to use Fix-It Gelatin. Yeah, I'm gonna use Fix-It Gelatin. That's good. Okay, that goes there, 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 there. Okay. What the hell is Jazz? Wouldn't you like to know, Weather Boy? Okay. Okay. Yeah, I think that's how I want to do that. I think that's how I want to do that. That can travel right back along the pipeline. And then where do I want to process fuel cells? Preferably close to there. So maybe we build the uranium fuel cell factory there, on top of the water. I like the idea of that. Maybe. Where's the train gonna come through? Where's the train gonna come through? I need to figure that out. And how do I want the rails to... Oh, there's so many things to figure out. There's so many things to figure out, chat. If I didn't care about everything looking good, I would get so much done. I would be so fucking productive if things just didn't have to look good. But they do. So unfortunately, I spend 3 hours on one sulfur pipeline. Why are you like this? Why are you like this? Why can't you just be like your brothers? Okay. I'm totally fine and normal. Don't even worry about it. We're gonna figure this out. Figure this out. Right there. Surface is too you know what? Fine then, buddy. Don't worry about it. I'll get you an even surface. Don't you worry your pretty little head. We want it right there. There. Just like that. And uh-oh, I lied. Second. I do see the redeem. Give me 1 second to set up this real quick pipeline support, and then I will read it, because if I don't set this up now, I might forget what the hell's going on. That's fine. That's fine. It's better than the alternative. Okay. Look at that. It's working. Everything's going really well. Don't we all agree? Don't we all agree that everything is going really well? Hey, why aren't you... Okay, you're clean pipeline, that's why. All of these are clean pipeline. It's going really well. Mix of gelatin. Okay. There we go. Where's the radiation coming from here? Luckily I can move closer to it until I find it. Oh, it's that thing. Hey, buddy. Hey, you know what we're gonna do here? Because I don't like you very much. We're gonna evict you. Oh? Okay. Take this. Jetpack, 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 jet. Go. Take this, and we store it all in this for safekeeping. And we don't think about it. Fuck! Shoot! Okay, we're fine. We're fine. Don't worry about it. It's okay. We're just gonna put that right there. You stay put, okay, little buddy? Okay. There's still radiation. Why is there still radiation here? Why is there still radiation here? Where is the radiation coming from? Up here? Why do you exist? Explode! Okay. I have important things to... If there's going to be the tick of the Geiger counter the entire time... Okay, I just need noise. I've recently come back to Against the Storm and have grown to like it a bit more. I still have an issue with long-term variety, but it might be a good experience as a filler stream or two. Though maybe you'll not jive with it at all. It's a city builder, but not about building pretty. So, Against the Storm it's called? First, let me check. Against... Second here. Hours. Okay, so I'm assuming you just want... Okay, yeah, just one or two filler streams. Okay, because this is a roguelite city builder. Okay, that's something that we would not feasibly be able to beat. So we'll just do like 2 or 3 streams of it, see how we're feeling. Okay. And what is it? Against the Storm. This is going to be interesting because I explicitly have this ignored on Steam for some reason. Dark fantasy city builder where you must rebuild civilization in the face of apocalyptic rains. As the Queen's Viceroy, lead humans, beavers, lizards, foxes, and harpies to reclaim the wilderness and secure a future for civilization's last survivors. Is that the correct game, Sprinter? Is that the right one? Looks Warcraft 3-esque. What is that creature? Interesting. Okay. Interesting. Okay. That's an interesting suggestion. That's something, I mean, as evidenced by the fact that I have it ignored on Steam.
Is like a raging storm.
Don't worry, listen, we don't need to care about raging storms, all right? We're not playing Guilty Gear. That's interesting. Definitely good. Keep that one on the list. But I would never play that myself. I just simply would not. So that'll be interesting to be forced to play it for a stream or two, because who knows? It might be like Satisfactory, and it'll be a genre that I never even considered, and I'll end up loving it so much that it becomes a weekly feature. Well, it wouldn't become a weekly feature. I can tell you that's exclusive to Satisfactory because I really, really love this game. But you get the idea. It's something that I would never play myself, and I might end up really liking it. God, I love pipelines. This is so satisfying. Okay. All right. So that's our sulfur pipeline set up, and we will... I don't have enough time to figure out how we want to do that. I do, in fact, love laying pipe. That one's for you, Merrick, even though you're not here, buddy. That's for you in spirit. Walls. No, Merrick wouldn't use that one. That's too easy. That's too easy. I just lay pipe too readily. I mean, that's true. I do never know. There's absolutely no way I could ever predict what the hell he could pick. What I would like to happen is for it to, like... Let me see if I can emotionally manipulate this pipeline to get set up in the way. Close. Oh, not quite. That's too far. Is that too close? Is that just the one that we just had and it didn't work? It is the one we just had, didn't work. Okay, hold on. So we put it there. And half nudge. Come on! Come on! You can do that one. Quit being a buzzkill. You can do that. What if? Fine. We'll noodle it. How does that sound? Is that fine with you, Your Majesty? That's acceptable. I find those terms agree. No, I don't. Hold on. I can't abide by this. How do I want this? Hold on, I'm scheming. Give me a second. My royal vizier, whenever I ask him if he wants to come to the war meeting. Hold on, I'm scheming. Give me a second. What do you mean invalid pipe shape? This? 6? Well, no, not the floor hole. Not the floor hole. The wall hole. The square hole. There. You go there. Why are you like this? Horizontal. You know what? Can I abide by that? I really want to. It would make things so much easier. It's way worse. You're right. It's so much worse. It's just worse. How do I do this? How do I do this? Is all lost? No. No, no, it's not. No, it's not. How about this? Hold on. One moment. Give me a second. Line I junction. No, we need a pipeline L junction. Didn't really need the junction. Fine. There. Come on. Okay, horizontal to vertical. Sometimes the straight does not like to cooperate. That. No, that's most certainly not what I want to happen. Or is it? One moment. Hold on. Hold on.
Boring.
Shut up! I'm sorry, I didn't mean to yell at you like that, Ada. I'm just in a I'm just in a rough spot right now. Is all. Goes live. He can wait just a second for me to resolve this plot line. Oh, we want that higher. Okay. Here. One in the middle. Here. Gonna go dead center. Go. You are gonna go there. There. Go there. There. Here. That. I really wish that you end in a more aesthetically. There we go. Much better. That connects to that, and all is right and good with the world. Merry Christmas. Here. And I'll figure out the exact aesthetics later. No, wait, hold on. I want this connected. One moment, please. Calibrating. Hold on. That. Please don't do that to me. Okay. You need to be one more in. Perfect. There. Edge 1/2. Oh, okay. There. There. Got a clean pipeline. I say once more, if anyone is wondering why I have so little accomplished and yet have so much playtime in this game, there is your answer. Oh my god. But it looks good, doesn't it? That's the important part. It looks good. Perfect. Okay. We literally just spent 3.5 hours building one sulfur pipeline in the most inconvenient spot. And it's not even finished aesthetically. I still need to figure out how to get a train up here. I don't even know what the pipeline's going to look like for that. I've been drafting some ideas. Believe me. Believe me, I've been drafting some ideas. You know, you can't do the highway. Can't do this one because I did that elsewhere and I'll get bored if I keep doing that one. I tried to make a desert railway, but this one can't turn. This is a really cool pillar for that desert railway, so I might use it at some point. And then I have whatever this is. I'll figure something out. I'll figure something out. The good thing with trucks or whatever is you can highway up, and it feels like adding infrastructure. I can't have trucks delivering something in my power plant. This is going to be part of my power plant's entire structure. I can't have trucks delivering stuff as part of this. Do drones, maybe? Real power plants do? Yeah, but, like... That's not as efficient in this game. It doesn't matter. Okay, there we go. We did it. We did it. We made a really cool pipeline, and everyone's super happy about it. We're going to take a picture of it from over here, because that'll look better for the thumbnail. Oh, wait, hold on. Here's what we do. We get a real close shot like this. And here's the problem. I don't remember how to enter photo mode in this game. It's one of these Fs. It's not one of the Fs. Not any of my hotkeys. Not Q. Not Tab. Alt? No, Alt is how I cycle through these. Or P for photo. P for photo. That makes sense. Hide UI. Fine. That. That's a cool shot. Do I want the space in the background, or I want the factory in the background? Do a little bit. Cool. Okay. Little work done for myself there. Okay, let's raid Joe. Got /raid Anderson JPH, because I am a kind and benevolent streamer who really looks up for small people in the community. You know, I gotta look out for those smaller streamers that I know. So this one's for my boy Tom. /raid Anderson JPH. Thank you very much for watching. Been a pleasure, folks. Make sure to send some Hex hypes his way. Always a good time. Always nice here. Satisfactory set. Next time you see it, hopefully this will be looking a lot better and a lot more functional. Until next time, have a good one, folks. See ya.